Fueled by Deathcast.
And that kind of leads me into a line of questions we got from our incredible community. We have this community on our social media channels, especially on Facebook, on that official Death Wish Coffee community page over there on Facebook, which is, I think, almost like 4,500 people now, which is just insane. It's just like, it's crazy to even think about it. And they're all so amazing because it's just all brought together for a love of this little product that you came up with.
I know, but it's even though I came up with it, I don't know. I feel like it's not my product anymore. It is. It is their product.
Yeah.
It is your product. It's a team's product.
Yeah.
I kind of get when I get credit for it, I almost feel like very sheepish and almost like, I don't know what the word is. It's actually I was just reading something in a book where it was very like it's like the difference. I'm not even going to try to say it, but anyways, it was basically, the guy who starts the company really has nothing to do with the success of it. It's the combined force of everything around it. The market conditions, the customers, the team that's developed, a lot of timing. So it basically just said like the CEO and the founder basically has nothing to do with the success of the company or how a product does. And I don't know, that made a lot of sense to me. So
that's
thank you guys, and thank you, Jeff, and the team. So
hell yeah. And that kind of what I want to start with is a question from Michael Korenberg on Facebook. And actually, it's not just Michael. I saw this from multiple people. And it was, what caused the creation and founding of Death Wish Coffee? Now, I want to preface this by saying we have talked about this before. On this very podcast, we also got the incredible chance to do a talk at Google. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was a lot of fun. And you can find
Google
that right. Yep, you can Google our talks at Google, and we break down, we really go into depth about really the creation of it. But I always think it's great to kind of have fresh eyes on it. Can we do like kind of like the cliff notes of the creation?
Hopefully I don't keep changing the story. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was pretty simple. I owned a coffee shop in Saratoga Springs called Saratoga Coffee Traders that I bought in 2008. And I ran that into the ground pretty quick. Didn't know how to run a business. But I did learn a lot of valuable lessons. In 2011, I was making ends meet for a while. But, I did have to, borrow money from my mom and have some lifestyle changes. But
no more Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly. No more Guitar Hero. Had to sell a few things. But anyways, around 2011, I started reading up on... actually, let me preface that. My customers would always come in and ask for the strongest coffee, right? And then I decided to get online. I Googled, what is the world's strongest coffee? There was nothing out there. At that point, I was like, well, Christ, I've been working in this coffee shop for so long and hasn't really been that busy. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I know how to make a strong coffee. Put together the strongest coffee I could find, tried it out on my customers. They liked it, gave me great reviews. And at the same time, this is what I was going to say before, at the same time, I was reading up on e-commerce and studying because I needed to make ends meet, and I needed to make a couple bucks online. I think I need to make $5,000 a month to make ends meet at the coffee shop. So once I had this product that the customers were raving about in my coffee shop, I, made this website and made this brand. It actually looks totally different.
Oh yeah,
back then than it does now. But
you can find those original logos online. Yeah,
it's kind of embarrassing. But anyways, I started selling it online and got some great reviews. It really started as I don't even know how to describe it. Almost like a very, very slow process of we sold one bag of coffee. A month later, we sold another bag. A month later, we sold two. But the good thing was, the sales kept coming in, and they kept coming in at a quicker rate, and they started to snowball a bit. And I think the most surprising thing for me, and the moment when I knew I had something special, was the reviews I was getting from the customers. How this coffee was changing their lives, and it was the best coffee they ever had. And I was hearing things from the online communities that I was hearing from my customers in the store, and I was like, all right, this, now we have something here. And that's how it started.
And then it just
a slow progression,
snowballed from there. A question I never asked you: how long was the mad scientist moment for you with this product? Because, I mean, you were figuring out not only how to start a business, but you were also figuring out how to come up with this incredible blend of coffee. And so how long did it take you from ideation to getting to the point where you have the recipe that became Death Wish Coffee? Do you know that?
I mean, do I know it off no, I don't. Let me think. It wasn't that long.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't think it was that long. It was,
Is it a eureka moment?
It was probably a few weeks. I mean, I knew enough about... I knew what... Actually, there was a eureka moment.
Really?
Yes, thanks for bringing that up. When I was in, I think it was Boston. It was Boston or Seattle at the SCA conference.
Yep.
I was walking the floor, and the SCA conference is a Specialty Coffee Association conference, and they have like this big trade show once a year where they have different farmers come in from different countries with their coffee beans, packaging. It's a giant trade show with anything coffee you'd ever imagine. Oh, there's just one aisle where there really wasn't much going on, and I was walking down it, and they had this table, looked just like this, a table, and the people behind it were from India, and they had this Indian Robusta coffee, and I had heard Robusta coffee is it's more than double the caffeine. It doesn't taste very good, and you hear all these things, and it's not even specialty coffee, and you hear all these bad things about it, because at the time the whole specialty third wave coffee movement was kind of shitting on Robusta coffee.
Yeah.
Even though it has some very, very great qualities. It's high in antioxidants. It's easily grown. It's resistant to disease. It's, it has a lot of good things about it. Anyways, we're up to this table, and they had some air pots out. I tried it, and it was the best coffee I had at the entire show. And I was like, oh, well, at least for me.
Yeah.
Everyone's taste is different. And I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. And then I think as I was leaving that show, I put two and two together. Okay, I'm trying to make this strong coffee for my customers. This is the strongest coffee I've had here, and it tastes amazing. I'm like, I'm going to contact these people. And actually, I don't think I went through them because their product wasn't organic and fair trade, but I found an organic and fair trade supplier of a very similar bean, and that's pretty much when Death Wish started, once I got those in.
Wow.